If you are over 60 and feel more tired every morning, lacking energy, and notice that your circulation in the intimate area has worsened, it is not always because of age. The cause could be much more surprising. Many men could, without knowing it, be affecting their circulation every night. Changing it is simple. They just need a spoonful of the right food before going to bed. I am a health specialist with over 10 years of experience in men's health. I dedicate myself to helping older men regain vitality, energy, and a connection between body and mind. Today, I am going to reveal a little-known secret in men's health. We are taught to prioritize breakfast, exercise, and supplements, but the real magic happens while you sleep. During the night, your body works to repair blood vessels, restore testosterone, and improve circulation if you give it the right fuel. In this video, you will discover 7 easy and delicious foods to eat before bed that can improve circulation, rebuild muscles, and restore vitality, even at 70 or 80 years old. Stay with me because I will show a food I call natural Viagra, and a spoonful before bed can change how you feel when you wake up and throughout the following days. Before showing these foods that restore circulation and confidence, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss these secrets. If you want to regain your health, write 1 in the comments. If you want something different, write 0 and tell me how I can help you better. Now, let's get to the point. First, you need to understand why circulation in that area declines quickly after 60 and why nighttime is ideal for repairing it. Most men make a mistake here, and this is the key to regaining health. Let me explain why this nighttime drop in circulation can become an advantage. Let me tell you something that few men hear from their doctors. Circulation in your intimate area not only influences sexual arousal, but also reflects your overall health, masculinity, and quality of life. After 60, this circulation declines faster than many imagine. But there is a crucial point that almost nobody mentions. Night does not worsen the situation. On the contrary, it is the ideal time to repair and heal. I remember a patient, Michael, 71 years old, retired and father of 2. He came to my office with tears in his eyes and told me that for more than a year, he had not felt like a man. He was not just talking about sex, but about a disconnection from himself. I asked him about his sleep, his diet, and what he did before going to bed. Like many, he answered, "Nothing, just relax, watch TV, or read the newspaper." That was when I realized that men ignore one of the most powerful healing windows, the hour before bedtime. As we age, nitric oxide levels drop. This molecule relaxes and dilates blood vessels, allowing blood to flow, especially to the penis. With less testosterone and stiffer arteries, it is normal for sensitivity, strength, and endurance to decrease. The key is that the body wants to repair this damage while you sleep. During deep sleep, it releases growth hormones, rebuilds tissues, and balances the nervous system. The problem is that without the right fuel, without the correct nutrients, the body cannot do its work. Many men set themselves up for failure. They do not consume enough protein or magnesium, and even sleep slightly dehydrated or with unstable blood sugar. All of this silently affects circulation to the important areas. But Michael made a small change. He started taking the right food before bed, just 1 spoonful. Within weeks, he slept more deeply, woke up rested, and felt confident and energized. I remember when he returned to my office, standing taller, speaking firmly, and smiling. That is the power of nighttime nutrition. So, what did Michael eat before bed? And more importantly, what should you eat tonight? Let's start with a powerful and underestimated food in your kitchen, one you may have eaten your whole life, but never imagined its impact on virility after 60. Soft-boiled or poached eggs, a nitric oxide activator. Ask yourself, when was the last time you saw eggs as a food that could restore your manhood? Many of us think they are just for breakfast, scrambled in the morning or fried on weekends. As a specialist who has treated older men for over 10 years, I can assure you that eating an egg at night can be more effective for sexual function than many supplements. I remember Robert, 68 years old, a retired teacher and skeptic, who told me that if it were that simple, someone would have told him before. I explained that the power of eggs is not just in the protein, but in leucine, an amino acid that stimulates muscle growth and balances hormones. More importantly, it can promote the release of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation, especially where you have already noticed a decline. Additionally, eggs contain vitamin D, which supports testosterone, and vitamin B12, which improves nerve signaling, vital for sensitivity and sexual arousal. Soft-boiled eggs are easy to digest, allowing nutrients to be slowly released overnight, reaching muscles, blood vessels, and virility. Robert incorporated 2 eggs into his nightly routine. No drastic changes, no complicated diets, just consistency. In 10 days, he noticed firmer morning erections and fewer nighttime awakenings. It is not a miracle. It is science working with your body. One spoonful of a simple food can begin to rebuild what time has worn down. You do not need to feel broken. Just feed your body differently. And if you think eggs are powerful, wait until you learn about this cream that relaxes blood vessels, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps circulation flowing all night. Just 1 spoonful. You may never see almond butter the same way. Almond butter, a natural blood vessel relaxer. If you have ever wondered what to eat at night without affecting sleep or blood sugar, consider this. Just 1 spoonful of almond butter. Nothing else, no pills, no tricks, just a creamy and natural food waiting in your pantry to do something powerful for your body. I had a patient, Henry, 74 years old, widower, who had started dating again. He was embarrassed to admit it, but finally said that everything was fine except him. We talked, and he was not taking any serious medications. His tests were normal, but his energy dropped at night and his sleep was unstable. That was when I recommended almond butter. It is not just a snack, but support for circulation. It is rich in magnesium, which relaxes the muscles of blood vessels and improves flow. It contains healthy fats that support hormone production and arginine, an amino acid that the body converts into nitric oxide, helping circulation to the penis. The best part is that just 1 spoonful before bed sends a signal to your vascular system: relax, repair, rebuild. It also stabilizes blood sugar overnight, which is key after 60 to avoid fatigue and sexual problems. Henry spread a spoonful on whole wheat bread before going to bed. 2 weeks later, he came to my office with a new smile, saying he felt 20 years younger, and his girlfriend noticed it too. That is the power of simple nutrition at the right time. Almond butter opens the door, but the next food goes deeper. It improves recovery, reduces inflammation, and contains a secret ingredient that enhances sleep and sexual function. Let's talk about tart cherry juice, but one that is scientifically backed. Tart cherry juice, a superfood for sleep and circulation. Tart cherry juice evokes nostalgia, summer memories, childhood, glass bottles in grandmother's refrigerator. But what many men over 60 do not know is that this red and tart drink can become a powerful tool for their nightly routine, improving sleep and sexual function. I had a patient, Joseph, 69 years old, retired truck driver, with a strong voice but downhearted inside. He struggled with interrupted sleep, low energy, and a feeling that his body was not responding, especially in intimacy. He told me, "I am mentally present, but physically I feel like my body is not in the room." I recommended tart cherry juice. Its power is not just in the taste, but in how it works while you sleep. It is one of the richest sources of melatonin, which regulates deep sleep, and contains anthocyanins, which fight inflammation and promote nitric oxide. This means that while you sleep, the juice helps repair and improve blood flow to muscles, heart, and intimate areas. Joseph drank a small cup 30 minutes before bed and soon noticed that he slept better, woke up less, had more energy, and firmer morning erections. I was not expecting these results, he told me laughing, but he accepted them gladly. The best part, it is gentle, effective, with no side effects, no complications, just a cup that helps the body reset and rebuild. While the juice calms and repairs, the next food is like a nutritional energy generator. Crunchy, rich in minerals, and able to support the prostate, fundamental for sexual function. It is not fancy and is probably already in your kitchen. Pumpkin seeds. These small green seeds, often discarded after carving pumpkins, can have a big impact on men over 60, helping circulation, sleep, and recovery of what age has silently weakened. I remember Daniel, 68 years old, retired engineer, tall and soft-spoken. He complained about waking up too many times at night. It was not unusual, but it could be fixed. I told him about pumpkin seeds. They are rich in magnesium, which relaxes blood vessel muscles and improves flow throughout the body. They also contain zinc, essential for testosterone and prostate health. Additionally, they're a natural source of tryptophan, which helps produce serotonin and melatonin, key for deep and restorative sleep. Even phytosterols can reduce prostate enlargement, improving urinary flow and circulation in the groin at night. Daniel took 1 or 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds before bed, sometimes with banana, sometimes alone. Within weeks, he halved his nighttime awakenings. In a month, he felt more rested, focused, and surprisingly more sexually active. "I have not felt this stable in years," he said. "I feel like something has awakened inside me." That is what these small seeds can do when given the chance. While the seeds provide minerals, the next food offers something even more powerful: slow-release protein that rebuilds vessels, muscles, and endurance during the night. It is delicious, filling, and pairs well with berries or honey. Let's talk about Greek yogurt, more than a breakfast food. Greek yogurt, dual protein for nighttime repair. A bowl always comforts. It is cold, smooth, and familiar, but many men do not know that it is one of the most powerful tools before bed, especially if they are over 60 and want to regain strength, endurance, and vitality. I remember Charles, 70 years old, former football coach, with a firm handshake and commanding voice. He admitted that he felt like a shadow of the man he once was. His muscles had weakened, his sleep was light, and intimacy with his wife was distant. He still loves her deeply, he told me, but his body could not keep up. I asked Charles what he ate before bed. He looked surprised and said, "Nothing." Many think that eating before bed is bad, but a light and strategic meal can work in harmony with the body's natural rhythms. Greek yogurt is key. It contains whey protein, which digests quickly to initiate repair, and casein, which digests slowly to feed muscles and tissues overnight. This ensures a steady supply of nutrition to blood vessels and muscles while the body works to rebuild and repair. Additionally, yogurt provides calcium and B vitamins, which regulate blood flow, nerve function, and testosterone production. Combined with chia seeds, blueberries, or a spoonful of honey, it becomes a gentle and nutritious therapy. Charles took it seriously. Every night, 1 hour before bed, he prepared a bowl with Greek yogurt, chia, cinnamon, and banana. In 3 weeks, he said he woke up more rested, with more energy, and had regained intimacy lost years ago. "It is not a miracle," he said, "but it feels like one." While yogurt provides nutrition overnight, the next food goes a step further: muscle recovery, vascular strength, and testosterone levels. All it takes is a delicious shake, which many have overlooked without imagining its power for virility. I will show you the exact recipe, my ultimate muscle rebuilding shake. In my practice, I see men who have tried everything, yet still feel a decline in energy, intimacy, and motivation. When I notice frustration and resignation in their eyes, I know it is time for the reset button, a nighttime shake that I recommend to hundreds of patients. It is not a trendy powder, but a blend of proven ingredients, chosen for older men who need to rebuild muscles, restore circulation, and vigor. Its power lies in working with physiology, not against it. During deep sleep, the body already repairs tissues, balances hormones, and restores blood vessels. All you need are the right ingredients. The base of the shake is whey protein, which absorbs quickly and provides essential amino acids for muscle repair. I also add collagen peptides, which support connective tissue, skin, and vascular health. Collagen becomes increasingly important with age, and many men do not consume enough. Finally, I include leucine, an amino acid that activates muscle building even in older men. Together, these 3 create the most complete nighttime support for the body. I remember James, 75 years old, after a surgery that caused him to lose muscle mass. He felt weak and disconnected. He started taking the shake, 1 spoonful of protein, 1 of collagen, 3 grams of leucine, mixed with unsweetened almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon. In just a few weeks, his posture improved, his endurance returned, and so did his pride. "I am finally rebuilding myself," he said. "Not just my muscles, but my confidence too." It is incredible what happens when the body receives what it needs at the right time. But many men still do not see results because they make a common mistake without realizing it. They neglect the hour before bed. I have seen hundreds of men who eat better, take supplements, and exercise, yet remain stuck, tired, and disconnected from their strength, confidence, and vigor. The reason is often an ignored window, the hour before sleep. Many do not know the power of this moment. It is when the body naturally wants to repair, restore, and rebuild. But instead of supporting it, most unknowingly undermine it. Some go to bed without eating, thinking it is better for digestion or sleep. Others eat randomly, high sugar, salty, or carbohydrate-heavy snacks, spiking blood sugar, altering hormones, and depriving the body of deep sleep. The most common mistake, not giving the body the specific nutrients to support circulation, muscle repair, and hormones while it sleeps, which is when it is most actively working behind the scenes. I remember David, 68 years old, former waiter, a very tough man. He told me he was frustrated, not seeing results, even though he lifted light weights, walked daily, and reduced caffeine. When I asked about his nighttime routine, he shrugged and said, "Normally I do not eat anything or just a snack before bed." That's when it all made sense. He was not failing, he just lacked the strategy his body needed most. We added a nutritious food before bed, like cottage cheese or a shake with whey protein and collagen. Within 2 weeks, he started sleeping better. A month later, he returned with a glow on his face and said, "Doctor, I finally feel like myself again." The fact is, it does not matter how many changes you make during the day. If the body is hungry at night, it will not rebuild. But by feeding it correctly during those hours, transformation begins quietly, steadily, and powerfully. A common question from my patients is, if I do all of this, how long will it take to notice a change? The answer will surprise you, because the body responds faster than you think, especially when given the right fuel. I remember Michael, 71 years old, retired mail carrier. He was not looking for a miracle, just to feel stronger upon waking and more connected with his wife and intimacy. He had doubts, but decided to try the nighttime strategy, choosing 1 or 2 foods each night to give his body what it needed while sleeping. After just 7 nights, he noticed something simple but powerful: deeper sleep, fewer awakenings, less tossing and turning in bed. He told me, "I feel like I am finally resting, not just closing my eyes." That is where healing begins. By day 14, his energy during the day had improved. He woke up with firm morning erections, something he thought was lost long ago. He was more alert, focused, and said his mood had improved for the first time in years. He described it as a quiet return of hope. By day 30, the transformation was even greater. His endurance in the bedroom increased. He no longer needed to get up at night to use the bathroom. He felt physically stronger, with better muscle tone and emotional presence. His wife noticed he was more relaxed, calmer, more himself. This happens when you support the body's natural repair every night. You do not have to wait months. With consistency and the right focus, changes begin in just a few nights. Your body wants to heal. It just needs the proper support, especially after 60. Now that you understand how quickly and deeply the body responds, I have one final thought. This is not just about food or sleep, but about what it means to be a man at this stage of life. You are not broken. You can rebuild. It does not matter your age, your health reports, or how many nights you have spent awake wondering if your best days are behind you. Every spoonful of food, every cup of tart cherry juice, every nighttime shake is designed to give the body what it has silently been asking for. I have seen wonderful men believe that aging means decline, that their intimacy, strength, or sense of self have an expiration date. But I have witnessed what happens when a man stops giving up and starts giving his body what it needs. Men in their 70s and 80s regain vitality. Marriages are repaired, self-esteem is restored, men straighten their backs and re-enter their lives. The body has not stopped working, it was just waiting. Waiting for you to understand how powerfully it responds to care, attention, and the right fuel. It is never too late. Healing has no age limit. Rebuilding is not a privilege of the young. The older you are, the more the body appreciates the effort. Tonight, you can choose to continue the same routine and hope things change. Or you can take a simple action. Just one spoonful of the right food, 1 cup of the correct drink, a silent commitment to care for yourself, and start a new chapter. You do not have to do it all at once. Just begin. Start with one step that tells your body, I am not done yet. I still want to feel. I want to connect. I want to live fully. Because you deserve it all. Not someday in the future, but tonight. The next time you are in your kitchen before bed, ask yourself, what does my body need to feel alive again? And then give it that spoonful and let healing begin while you sleep. You are not broken, you can rebuild, and you are more powerful than you have been told. If this video has inspired you, even a little, do not keep it to yourself. Hit the like button to show that this content matters. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who may be struggling silently like you. You never know the impact a single video can have on someone's life. Let me know in the comments which bedtime food you plan to try tonight, or what changes you have already noticed. I read every comment, and your story could inspire another man to take his first step. If you want to support this channel and see more videos like this, consider making a small donation. Every donation will go toward creating better content, reaching more men, and changing more lives. You are not alone on this journey, and every action you take to care for yourself also helps others. Thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing to heal. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and I will see you in the next video.